Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? It is October 11th, and going fishing today, obviously. Just to keep everyone in the loop as far as time references go and kind of the sequence of this channel and the videos. As mentioned in the previous video, Lake Berryessa will be our main focus in preparation for the Tournament of Champions for Yakabass, deciding Angler of the Year. We are currently in the 2 weeks off limits period, but I've already gone fishing there twice before it went off limits. So those days, those videos have already occurred, have happened, and they're scheduled for upload on the channel, but of course after the tournament for obvious reasons. Today will be my last day of fishing before that tournament gets rolling, gets started, and figured we'd go a little bit lighter today. We'd take out a different boat, Slayer Max 10, bringing only 5 rods with me, a lot less tackle. Just gonna go fishing a smaller body of water in the bay, which traditionally for me has been pretty hit or miss. It can be good or it can be super tough. It's about 6:30 right now. Got an hour of traffic to fight before we arrive, so let's get ourselves loaded up, make our way there, and do some fishing. Fish we're looking for right there. That's what I was hoping for. Check this out. First drop. Come on. Be bass. There's a school of something right there suspended. Come on, where'd you go? You know what? Those could be crappie actually. They're stacked in a funky fashion. Here's a crappie. There's fish down there, whatever they are. Just got out on the water. Kind of the idea for today was to find some deeper schooled up fish. That's the reason I actually brought the graph for once on this particular kayak. Usually I don't. I wonder what those were. That could have been like crappie or something. Gonna do a lot of looking today. Wow. I think that's just bait. Yeah, look at all that bait down there. Some bigger marks right above it. Got one, whatever they are. Wonder what you are. What are you guys? Whoa, he's fighting harder now. What are you? Striper, stripey. Look at them all. Look at them all. Holy smokes, that's a bunch of them. Got them all riled up. This is what I was hoping for. To whack on some of these dudes. Alrighty. There we go. I could do this all morning. Huh. Alright. There's about a couple hundred of them down there, so that's good. Look at that, that's just wild. A lot of them are up in, like, higher in the water column. Probably should have brought the A-rig. So now I don't even know where they went. That's the trouble. That's a school of them. It's not like they're just sitting here. They're moving, chasing bait. So I have no idea where they went, but at least we We know they're grouped up. They fouled it up. Something hit it. There we go. Got one. I think maybe that's the cadence. Lift her up, drop her down. Feels like a bigger one. Be a giant bass. I mean, it's gotta be a striper. It doesn't feel like one. Stripers fight kind of funny. And now it's starting to feel like a striper. As soon as it sees the boat. I don't even think I had him hooked in the mouth. I don't. He just headbutted the bait. Sorry, dude. Didn't even eat the bait. He must have just swiped at it or something. Another fun fish. I need to change baits. They're not really eating this. Like something hit it right there. Got all the way up. Oh, shoot. There's a school right there. I was swinging it in. Try swimming it in, maybe? Oh, something hit it. Got him. Yeah, swimming it in. Dude, too much freaking fun. Yes, sir. Another fun one. Just love that tug. I think I just got to experiment with my retrieves. I think they want to chase it though. Trying to jig through that school and they weren't really biting. They weren't really biting it. Maybe cast out and kind of reel back in. I'm glad I brought the graph, and I knew I'd be doing this too. I had a strong sense that I'd be doing it. You know, without a graph, you never even know these fish are here. They're out in 35, 40 foot of water schooling, they're moving. Well, I left that little striper spot, continued on graphing, and actually went quite a while without, well, not a while. I haven't even gone past any more bait or schools of striper. Seemingly that one little section had all the bait and striper. Gonna try my luck up shallow, maybe for some bass, who knows. Might have to head back there if I don't find anything else productive the further we keep going down. Oh, there's actually bait down there. I actually finally saw a bait. Dude, that's the first bait cloud I've seen, like, gosh, in the mile that I've kind of trolled down this lake. First bait cloud. Not seeing the big marks around it. I'm almost to the other end of the lake, too. That's the sad part. Which, maybe not so sad, because I kind of know at this point where the most productive area is if this ends up not working out. Oh, had a good one follow it. don't know if that was I think it was honestly a big smallmouth. He almost took a bite of it too. He's right behind it. That was a good one. All right, let's take a little intermission, a little break. I haven't really gone over this boat with a lot of you guys, or any of you guys, in a while, this particular one, so I might as well give you a quick little tour. We got some flat terrain. Tuck over here real quick. Camera out so you guys get a different view. Yeah, well, do a little tour, little run through of the Slayer Max 10. I'd say overall this is probably my favorite fishing kayak of all time. Now obviously the main question is, well, then why don't you use it more? Well, it's because the Titan, the one I mainly use, is a lot bigger, a lot more stable. Not by much, but it is more stable. I can put a lot more stuff in there. But I'd say pound for pound overall, like just thinking fishing kayaks in general, you know, you're taking all the factors: portability, comfort, speed, features. I think this one probably would rate a little higher, if that makes sense. Super lightweight. That's one thing that I love about this boat, and this is the exact same boat I have in New York. When we head to New York, I throw this in the back of a Honda CR-V, and just a really easy boat to transport. Of course, we've got the wheels, but let's start right up at the front. Hatch is really nice on these guys. Watertight seal underneath is where I keep my camera bag, battery bag, and then I've got a little, you see right here, 12 volt 9 amp in this bucket, which has the wiring going through the boat to this little plate right here. These are the removable plates. Got a little Yak Attack wiring kit where we put our wires, and then of course the graph, which is just the graph from the other boat, just transported over here. I also keep a little medical kit, first aid kit, emergency kit in here just in case, so you can put that inside the boat. But yeah, I like this front hatch area. It's got these nice grooves for your wiring, and then stays nice and tight. This boat has rod holders too, horizontal rod holders if you want. I don't use them, but they're there. Pedal drive, of course. Paddle holder, I added the Yak Attack double header to this boat. A little bit of an upgrade from what we used to do, which was basically just balance it on the side. So this is a really handy accessory. Gear track accessible. Your paddle goes in like that. Lock it up. Added a Newport to this boat, fully registered, of course. So we've got our throttle right here. Our wiring just goes right through up into the back to our NK180, and that guy is powered by this battery box back here. I think that is a 24 volt 50 amp battery in the back. Just have it tethered down with some bungees, and actually even these little rod secures on the black pack fit perfectly, so I just give it a little extra security in the back. Before we get back here, we'll talk about the seat real quick. The seat, fan favorite, the junk drawer. Got really not much in there. Some rope, some line, sunscreen, pliers. Got red and green lights for if I'm running in the dark with a motor. Little lure retriever. And this particular tray, I think, is the one from Harbor Freight. It was just one of the extra ones, and they fit perfectly in these drawers, so it just gives you a little bit more organization to your tray. Got some space even underneath the seat if you wanted to store some more boxes down there. Also forgot to mention that there are actually dedicated 3,600 little stowaway areas in the side of the kayak. So, I mean, I've kind of got some junk in them right now, but like my fish grippers, but you could take a 3,600 and put it right in there if you wanted. I just don't need to because I got plenty of room in the new Yak Attack Black Pack. So this is the crate that we're using, tackle management system that we're using for this particular boat. I think this is a 16 by 16, the mid-size one. Really cool, really handy. You can really customize these how you want with the pre-drilled holes. I've got some grab handles on each side.
put these little bungee secure notches on each side so I can secure this with the bungees. Of course, I've got a Scotty locking mount right here with the rear camera in the back. Always got to have the rear camera. I got 5 rod holders on here, 4 in the back, 1 on the side. Could add more, but figured, you know, the whole point of this boat is to go lightweight. So let's keep it minimalistic if we can. And then inside, nothing too exciting. I got 1 box with this today. A terminal box, a bag of plastics, a water, my lunch, and that's pretty much it. Not much in there at all. But yeah, that's kind of a quick run through of this boat, how I have it set up. Again, just nice to have a change of pace and get something really light on the water. Not much gear at all. Yeah, that was the point of today. And of course, to get on some fish, and we've got on some fish, some striper. Nothing since then though. So I think I'm just gonna jam around here a little bit more, fish a little bit more. I did have something fall the jerkbait in. I was thinking it was a smallmouth, but you know what? It could have been a trout too. So yeah, kind of pick this apart real quick. And if we don't see anything we like, we're gonna head back towards where we found those striper and a big concentration of bait and fish for those for the rest of the day. Jerk baiting, I guess. Got one. What do we got? Little bass. I had him. Alright, so there are some bass around here. Thought he was a little trout for a second. A little largemouth. They're biting today. Got another one. Looks like there's a little pile of, maybe not a pile, clearly a couple of fish back here. Back her up. Sorry, dude. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, the jerkbait, huh? Giant jerkbait on the weed line. If there's a bunch more, that'd be fun. And a little tiny one follow it. There's a wee bit of life back here. Well, there's definitely some bait back here. That one bird out there is just diving on bait all the way in this pocket. We got this other bird, definitely indicates bait. And I've seen a couple of small bass too, so interesting little spot. Oh, got a bunch of dinkers chasing it. Looks like the jerkbait's too big for him. Should eat the drop shots. 5 rods today. That was kind of tough to pick. I mean, of course, we got the spinning rod. Jerkbait rod can double as a crankbait rod. Did bring 1 topwater rod. That's kind of all I can throw on that. Then I've got 2 all-purpose rods. One has the spoon, one has the little underspin on it. They're both 7/6 medium heavies. But no, I could do a lot with these 5 rods. Just gotta retie. That's the only thing. Show you these little minis that I'm seeing. There's like tons of these guys up shallow. That's a really small one. I think I'd rather go catch striper than do that. Alrighty guys, let's recap the day. We're back about 2:30. Fun day. Fishing with a smaller kayak on a smaller body of water. Yeah, again, that was kind of the idea today, to go simple, minimalistic compared to what I normally go with. Just to quickly recap, launched around 8 o'clock. Figured that this place would be stingy and finicky unless we grabbed some fish and found schools of fish out deeper chasing bait. I think pretty much that's what every body of water right now is doing. A lot of bait chasing fish. It almost feels like the fall feed, which it probably is. And it didn't take too long. I think it took like 10 minutes into the day where we had just launched the kayak and I saw tons and tons of bait and then intermixed big schools of striper. Couldn't get them to bite at first. They're acting kind of funny. Probably just too much bait down there, but they were definitely chasing. I'd have to kind of relocate them. And we caught a few. Caught a few on that little tiny spoon, got them to react. Again, they weren't easy to catch. There's definitely multiple schools of these striper. You'd kind of have to search around for them, look at your graph and drop on them. I did find that just jigging it through them really wasn't catching them, but when I started reeling it in and dropping it fast, like a fleeing bait fish, something like that, that's when they'd bite it. So I did that for a little while. I think I caught like, I don't know, 3 or 4. Thought, okay, this is a great start to the day, and I kind of drifted off the spot, worked my way down further, thinking I'd find the same fish, same schools, same bait, and I broke one of the most important rules in fishing. You do not leave fish to find fish, especially schooled up feeding fish, and I did just that. Ended up just continuing to work down that bank. I was gonna fish the entire length of the lake. Yeah, it was a mistake. Most of the rest of the lake, when I was looking at the graph, I was going up shallow, I was going out deep. I did not see much anything else. There was pretty much bare bottom. I didn't see the bait. I didn't see obviously the schools of striper or anything. And it really took till I got to the very end of the lake into a little cove area where there was some grass. Did the little kayak tour on the bank and jumped back in, went into the back of that pocket, that cove, caught a couple on the jerkbait. I think the first one came off, but the jerkbait was definitely drawing some of the bass out of that shallower grass in about 8 to 10 foot. I think I caught a few more dinks on random baits like a drop shot and then maybe another jerkbait fish here and there. And that's pretty much it. I didn't spend too much time in that area. I knew I only had a couple hours left in the day to fish before I had to beat traffic home. So I went right back to the starting spot, was praying, fingers crossed, that those fish would still be there, that the bait would still be there. I got there, the bait was definitely still there. Problem was, couldn't find the striper. Couldn't find those schools of fish that were chewing earlier. I have no idea where they went. I looked around for about 30 minutes, up and down that spot, zigged and zagged. I even went further into the part of the lake I didn't explore, and I just couldn't find them. So if I was to do the entire day over again, I think I'd probably stay in that spot all morning until they stopped biting or until I lost them, and then probably continued on and explored as we did. But I will certainly take a day like this. Definitely more fun than the Delta has been, or at least from my experience. Guys, as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, the Berryessa practice days. It's kind of weird. Things are out of order, out of sequence for once, but those days are already done. The practice days before the off limits, which is right now. So next uploads will be the Berryessa practice days before it goes off limits. And then after that, which will be my next fishing trip, will be official TOC practice, which will be the Thursday and Friday before the 2-day TOC on Lake Berryessa for yak bass. Looking forward to that. That'll be the next time I fish. Everything up until then will be preparation, changing line, getting baits ready, getting everything dialed in gear-wise, shooting our shot, taking our chances, hopefully doing the best we possibly can for this 2-day tournament and clinching an AOY. As always, thank you guys for watching, for coming along, and I'll see you guys in the next videos.